Hi, this is Kerry Artek with Wicked Stocks, bringing you your daily NVIDIA report for Tuesday, September 17th, 2024.
But before I walk you through the charts, as usual, just want to encourage you to please click like if you haven't already. Subscribe to the Wicked Stocks YouTube channel. Share the content, if you would, with friends and colleagues. And check out wickedstocks.com, where we offer a full suite of both daily and weekly analytical videos just like this one. Daily analysis in the SPY and the Triple Q, that is the S&P 500 and NASDAQ 100 ETFs. Weekly analysis in the S&P 500 Index, the NASDAQ 100 Index, the Long Bond ETF, the TLT, as well as 2 individual stock picks a week that you never see on YouTube. That is 8 a month that cater to the 3 to 5 week swing trader out to the 3 to 5 month near-term investor. We're always looking for at least 20% moves on those stock picks, and you can check out all of this for no cost for 5 days. We offer a 5-day free trial up front with a wickedstocks.com subscription. So sign up for wickedstocks.com, check it all out. If you don't like what you see within 5 days, you can cancel your subscription at no cost to you whatsoever.
Let's take a look at the charts. I'm going to start with this one, and this simply is a buy signal that occurred last Thursday when we settled above. Well, there were a couple. There was also a former rising speed line, if you recall. We have now shifted to this as our pullback support. It really is the same, which is to say that holding above 112.29 maintains a 2 to 3 week, possibly 3 to 5 week target, depending on volatility, etc., to 138.92 and rising. So holding above 112.29, expecting 138.92, say by the end of October or sooner. On the way up, we do have meaningful resistance areas. I mean, we have, I think, 119.68. We're going to keep it intraday, but in hindsight, that could have been a session containment level, obviously. And I will say that if we can just close above 119.68, that should mark a good low for the week. And I would expect this, what is considered kind of a 1 to 2 week, 3 to 5 day, I think initially, now kind of a 1 to 2 week objective at 127.38, closing above 119.68. We should see 127.38 by the end of the week. 127.38 really is part of a, you can see there's also a trend line coming down. We will probably incorporate that over the next day or two as kind of a range or a zone, if you will. But it is 127.38, this former channel bottom. Is a 3 to 5 day by the end of next week, let's say, objective above 112.29. And if we do happen to close today above 119.68, I think within 2 to 3 days, by Friday's close, we should see 127.38. So you're buying 112.29 if given the opportunity. And day traders could hold out for 119.68. 3 to 5 day swing traders could hold out for 127.38. And of course, as I've already said, a 2 to 3, 3 to 5 week position traders or swing traders can hold out for the upper 130s and climbing. If we were to close above this 127.38 area over the coming week or so, then this longer term objective at 138.92 is likely to then be tested in as little as 3 to 5 days, where we could actually top out possibly through the entire month of October, especially as it increasingly converges with the 140.76 June all-time high. Double top material here, and of course, if settled above, would be a significant buy signal through the rest of the year, probably into the first quarter of next. Let's talk downside that, in the event we break 112.29, we could actually test 108.15 intraday. That would be quite a sell-off, but just know that breaking 112.29 is considered a failure, a buy signal failure, and certainly closing below 112.29 would put us back on our heels, would then indicate 102.83 by Friday's close, 98.91 within by the end of next week. 98.91 is once again kind of the beginning of a range down to 96.89 that can absorb weekly selling pressure. So there was a point where we were expecting that if we close back below this 112.29 speed line, that we could unravel all the way back into the mid 80s. We're no longer seeing that. What we do see, though, is a 1 to 2 week failure back into the upper 90s. So if we close below 112.29, no good reason to be long Nvidia, in our opinion, through the rest of September, then anticipating the 96.89 to 98.91 area within 1 to 2 weeks, where You could play the short side. Profits can be taken. You could even go long here, and then we'll just kind of see what the charts are telling us at that time. But until then, once again, holding above 112.29, expecting 127.38 by the end of next week, and over the next 3 to 5 weeks or sooner, 138.92. I think that summarizes. One more thing I want to say is if you like following the TLT, which is the iShares 20-year Treasury bond ETF, obviously correlates inversely with the interest rate, the longer-term interest rate market. It's a great way to view and understand the directional dynamics for the longer-term interest rate markets. We had a buy signal in the TLT in July that basically indicated lower interest rates as we continued into later year. We are now probably within 3 or 4 weeks of reaching our objective on that buy signal, which tells us that this lower interest rate environment is likely to find, a floor. In other words, that is a significant overhead resistance area that could contain buying in the TLT well in the next year. So we're in kind of what I would call a counter trend rally in the TLT. In other words, the interest rate environment now that we're seeing is getting softer and lower is just temporary, because the big picture still is one of higher rates. Unless we close above a key price point that I articulate well in this video, you can see it all for free. Boy, this is a long way for me to tell you. You should go to wickedstocks.com, go to the home page halfway down, give us your email address for the insider. We give great stock tips, stock picks, TLT being one of them. Last week we had another. We offer just all kinds of good information for free that you never see on YouTube. You don't have to sign up for wickedstocks.com. Yes, you'll get some marketing emails, but we promise your inbox will not be filled with Wicked Stocks marketing. Maybe a couple a week just to give you information and opportunities for subscribing. But for the most part, it's a good deal. You'll get some good information by signing up for the Insider. I think that pretty much rounds it out. I'm going to leave it at that for Tuesday's daily NVIDIA report. I'll be back tomorrow with Wednesdays. You have a great evening.